Welcome back to Play Action Fantasy Football. This is Jonathan here with you guys going over our playoff Week 16 tight end rankings. It's going to be a good one. There's going to be a lot of points for these tight ends this week. So why don't you guys go ahead, subscribe real quick, like if you can, and let's get started here. We got number 1, who other else than Travis Kelce at home against the Vegas Raiders. It's going to be Christmas time, Christmas Day. It's going to be a hell of a game for Kelce. He's been putting up points all year, and he's getting over that breakup with Taylor Swift. He's definitely going to have a good game this week against Las Vegas. Number 2, I'm going to Sam Laporta, Detroit Lions at Minnesota. Minnesota's got a decent defense. However, Laporta, it doesn't matter. He's going to get his points no matter what. So I'm definitely putting him up there at number 2. Last week, he actually led the league in the most points for tight ends. He had 5 catches, 56 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So definitely look for him this week at number 2. And number 3, we're going up on another guy who had a great week last weekend. He had 10 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown. That's David Njoku for the Browns. He's going to be at Houston, who's number 27 against tight ends. Terrible against tight ends. It's definitely a great matchup for Njoku with Joe Flacco in there now. Number 4, I'm going to TJ Hawkinson, one of the best tight ends in the league, going up against Detroit, who has a decent defense. It's going to be a good week for him. It might not be his best performance ever, as Detroit's defense is decent, but I certainly look for Hawkinson to get points. He averages at least 10 to 12 points a game at the low end, so he's guaranteed points. Definitely like him there at number 4. Number 5, we're going to Trey McBride at Chicago. Great matchup for him. Trey McBride last week had an awesome week. He had 10 catches for 102 yards, and I don't see it slowing up against Chicago. Last week it was against the 49ers. This week against Chicago, who's number 30 against tight ends, not looking good for them. So definitely Trey McBride there at number 5. Number 6, I'm going to Taysom Hill, who had a shitty week last week, to say the least. But he's going to be at the Rams this week, who have a good defense, but they're known for giving points up to tight ends. They're, I believe, number 24 against tight ends. So Taysom Hill, he's obviously not just a tight end. He does other things as well, from running the ball and throwing the ball. Last weekend, they didn't get to see him too much, but I do expect that to pick up next week, so he's going to be there at number 6. Number 7, we're going to Isaiah Likely, another guy who's on the come-up. Definitely with Mark Andrews' injury, he's been in there a lot. Last week, he had 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Did pretty well against Jacksonville, who's been struggling as of late. This week, he's going up against San Francisco, who is a pretty good defense. So I still think he's going to get points for sure. I'm going to put him there at number 7, but look for Likely definitely in your lineup. Number 8, we're going to George Kittle at home against Baltimore. Baltimore's got a very good defense, but Purdy's been throwing the ball very well. Kittle's been involved quite a bit. Now, Kittle last week didn't have his best week. He had 2 catches for 54 yards. Nothing too impressive. However, he definitely can step it up. So I'm going to put him there at number 8. Number 9, we're going to Cole Kmet. He's going to be at home against Arizona. Arizona has a very inconsistent defense. Sometimes they look good. Sometimes they look bad. A lot of times they do look bad. But against the tight ends, they're actually number 4. So it's going to be a little limited for Cole Kmet this week. I think he's a very good tight end. Justin Fields definitely likes to find him, so he's still going to get points. I'm going to put him there at number 9. Number 10, I'm going to go to Dallas Goedert at home against the New York Giants. Another one of those matchups like Kmet, going against the Giants, who they kind of give up a lot of points, but not the tight ends. They're number 6 against tight ends. Dallas Goedert will be coming back today. Again, I'm recording this on Monday, by the way, guys, so I want you to keep that in mind. He is playing tonight in the Monday night game, so we'll see how he plays. It's going to be his first game back off injury, but with that being said, without seeing his performances this week, I'm going to put him there at number 10 against the Giants. Number 11, we're going to Gerald Everett at home against Buffalo. Everett, he's been pretty inconsistent, honestly. He was dealing with some injuries, and now Justin Herbert's got some issues going on, so it's not looking super promising. However, Gerald Everett is definitely a guy that they rely on, especially if Keenan Allen is still out this week. So definitely look for Everett there at number 11. Number 12, I'm going to the same game against Dalton Kincaid at the Chargers. Chargers defense is notorious for giving up points to all sorts of positions, and Kincaid, he's been on a roll. The past couple weeks have slowed down for him. Dawson Knox is back in there, and the Bills' offense is kind of reconstructing itself. It's really going to more towards the run, so it's definitely going to hurt Kincaid in a way, but I definitely think it's still a good matchup for him, and I still want him in my lineup there at number 12. Number 13, I'm going to Pat Freiermuth for the Steelers at home against Cincinnati. This is a great matchup for Freiermuth. He should be higher, but their quarterback situation's messed up. They just actually sat Mitch Trubisky. They announced today they sat Mitch Trubisky, and they will be playing Mason Rudolph. So Mason Rudolph throwing the ball, I don't have a lot of confidence in that whatsoever. Cincinnati's defense isn't very good, though, especially against tight ends. So I still got to put Freiermuth up there to get some points. Number 14, I will be going to Kyle Pitts. This is another one where it's a great matchup. Kyle Pitts has not been putting up the points as he should this year whatsoever. But this week against Indianapolis, it's a good matchup for him. So I got to put him in there at number 14. Look for Pitts there. And then number 15, I'm going to Dalton Schultz. I wish I could put him up a little bit higher, but I just can't. It's going to be at home against Cleveland, who's one of the best one of the best defenses in the league, and number 2 against tight ends. So Schultz not looking great for him this week. C.J. Stroud is hopefully coming back this week, should be playing, but definitely got to put Schultz down there at number 15. And that's going to do it for our Week 16 tight end rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, this is Jonathan here with you guys. Go comment. Let us know what you think. Let me know if you really disliked something I said or if you really liked it. Whatever the case may be, we definitely want to hear from you. And have a great playoff weekend, and have a good one.